Since Andrew Wiggins hit the league, he has been one of the most frustrating players to watch. Despite being one of the most physically gifted athletes the league has seen in a long time, you start to notice his love of contested middies like he was a prime Brandon Bass out here. And just this past season, once he got beaten in scrimmage by Jimmy Butler, Luol Deng, and 3 G Leaguers, it all came crashing down, leading to Wiggins posting probably the worst season in terms of efficiency from a high-usage player in NBA history, meaning Buddy was the very definition of an empty stats player. Now back in that secure number 2 row and nobody to yell at him from the sidelines, he seems like a brand new man. Is Maple Jordan back? Has he finally started to live up to his potential? Or just turned one of the worst contracts in the NBA into just kinda bad, and many should still keep their options open? Let's find out. First is recognizing a few key ingredients have been added into the pot for Andrew Wiggins this year. The hiring of Flip Saunders' son Ryan, who took over midway last season, has played a big part, and they put his first offseason as the top guy to good use. As Saunders, who believes heavily in the numbers, emphasized the more analytical spin to karl-Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins' games. Towns shoots more threes than Wiggins, a lover of the mid-range, yet has been terrible at it so far. Add more drives to the rim and threes as well, aka the James Harden starter pack. And this season he has cut down on the long twos by 10%, in favor of said shots. And for Wiggins, who had been good at getting to the rim in the past, and while streaky, was by and large an average 3-point shooter, would certainly benefit from the coach hammering these points. And this emphasis, along with the scheme Minnesota has thrown out this year, majority of the time having Towns, the best shooter on the team mind you, as the only big, predictably has given Wiggins plenty of room to work inside. And the focus on changing up his shot profile has boosted his true shooting percentage to the highest mark of his career. The only thing that sadly hasn't returned was his almost Harden-esque ability to get to the free throw line his first 2 years, which would boost his true shooting percentage even more. But again, there certainly has been improvement. And to show further confidence in Wiggins, he has basically become their lead ball handler, with T coming off the bench, and that has boosted his assist rate by 50% as well. Now, despite the new and improved Andrew Wiggins and the confidence from the top in Wiggins' ability, the Timberwolves are still under 500 by a good bit, and you can say he's taking up a ridiculous amount of shots that otherwise should be going to the much better karl-Anthony Towns. Wiggins' career high assist rate is still only 4th on the team. His offensive rating of 109 is tied with the likes of a rookie Ja Morant and teammate Robert Covington, and is still a below average rebounder and defender, which is even crazier when you consider his physical gifts. I mean, it's great for Wiggins, the team seems to be fully in on making this work, but maybe they should still keep their eyes open for trade options to offload his contract, even if it means giving up a little something in hopes another team will be impressed by the improvement. He's still young, so somebody will be in favor of betting on that, because as currently constructed and weighing all the options, Wiggins, unless he turns into literally James Harden or unlocks that defensive potential that I heard so much about during draft season, he's going to hurt the Wolves from reaching their ceiling and fully maximizing the karl-Anthony Towns window, unless he makes an even bigger jump next year.